crafty friends, and welcome back to Just a Sister Thing. So today I'm going to work on another Tag Along Tuesday, and I thought it would be fun to do a tag within a tag. So I have these nifty little index cards from probably like Walmart or the dollar store or whatever, and I would like to dye them and make a steampunk tag within a tag. So to start off, I think we just need 2 of these. And I normally have a big pile of these already dyed. But I wanted to show my method, which I think is very similar to a lot of other people. I like Tim Holtz oxide sprays. I'm getting very low on that one. Just mix them up. We always think we're prepared, and then something like that happens, and you realize, yep, you can't prep enough. So I'm just going to wet down my oxide spray, drag my paper through it. Let that sit there for a minute. Okay. I'm going to give those a second to dry. I'm going to go for a patina finish. So I'm also going to want some green running through. These are just Distress Oxides again. I'm going to wet that. Get a little green in it. Oh, that green could be better. Let's try that again. Yeah, I like that. Hey, hold that up so you can see. Got some green running into it. And I'm going to go ahead and block that. I like the oxide. I'm sure, as you know, oxides change colors as they progress. This is a pretty old Ink It Up here, so I don't know if I'll get any good color out of that. I am working on a steampunk journal, so this is going to be another variation of a steampunk. Not real thrilled with that because it is very light. So what I'm going to do, and I think it's my only orange, so I think what I'm going to do is drop in some orange alcohol, Splendor, also by Ranger. I'm going to just drop that on here. Just for that little extra zip. Okay, that really gave it an unusual coloration. I like that. Very neat. Sop up my extras here. And we'll throw that over there because we don't need it anymore. And these, I am definitely going to have to blow dry real quick with my heat gun. Let this one sit and dry because it's going to be the back of the card. So I'll leave that one alone. And this one is very slightly damp, not significantly. But it's okay because I'm going to run it through my little embosser. And so I'm actually okay with it being like slightly damp. That's newbie trying to get in on the action here. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to do an unusual shape for this card. And I cut out a shape. Let me see what I did with it. I've lost it. Of course I've lost it. So I want the shape to be kind of like a bottle. We're going to start from scratch. Because when I lose something, it's usually lost forever. So I want to have an unusual shape to this card. So what I did was I wanted it to be almost like a jar. I folded a piece of the same index card in half, and then I just kind of sketched out how I wanted it to look and cut it out. So it's not really a jar, but I kind of wanted it to be like a jar. So that is going to be like that. So what I wanted to do is I want to start my embossing below this line. So I made a little mark here and a little mark here because that top I don't necessarily want to have all the gears and stuff on it. So I'm going to pop this in there, try to line it up. And that's pretty good. So I'm not sure if you can see all of that. You can't see on that side for sure. So we have all this great texture. Make sure that I'm below the line, and I think I am. Yeah, pretty good. these little guys line up pretty good. I can trim down anything that isn't perfectly lined up. One thing I want to do is, I've got some black, and somewhere in my messy pile here I also have some brown. So I just want to take that around, darken it. I also want to do it on the inside here, just in case those don't perfectly line up. And I am going to, before I put these two together, I want to put some little brads. I have some little ones, I have some super tiny ones, and I have some medium-sized ones. So I'm going to pop some brads into this as well. Just picked these up, so I didn't even have them opened yet. Okay, I also have these real teeny tiny little guys. And obviously I'm going to put some stuff on this front, but I thought this would be fun. So pull out my little thingy here. And where I already have some raised holes, rivets, they would be rivets, I'm going to pop some little brads in it. It should not be this hard. Okay. Let me see what color I used. I think I used this antique gold. So I want to match them up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pop some of these in, and I'm going to go ahead and pause my filming so that you don't have to suffer through this with me. And I'll come right back. Okay, my little brads are in, and here is what I want to do. First of all, I'm going to be putting a card inside of here, so I want to make sure that it'll slide through there. So I'm going to pop some tape on here to hold down these brads. Make sure I have some access to the inside of this card without making a big old mess. Okay. this one down a little bit. I don't need it out there. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. And I'll fast forward it so you don't have to hear my clunky loud machine. I'm going to stitch. I'm going to do a stitch separately here and here to make it look like they're sewn together. But then I'm going to put them together and sew them all the way around. So I will either pause this or fast forward it so that you don't have to hear all that noise. And then we'll come back and finish up our card. Okay. So I don't know. Kind of like this. Okay. So I found this black cord in my little basket of yarn. Kind of like it. Oops, picked up a little bit of that. Picked up a little bit of my alcohol ink. And I kind of like that. So I think that I'm going to glue that into place back here on the back. Slip that little loose one underneath all the other ones. And then over here I have a loose one. So I'm going to just trim that and pop it on there. Okay. And then all that's left is, I've got this, I love this paper and I'm down to very few. So I'm going to take this paper and it's a little bit too big, but that's okay. Trim it down a little bit. Because even if I fold it, which I intended to fold it like this, it's still going to be too wide. So I'm going to trim off a little bit of that. And we got this nice little side pocket here that we can slip this into. And that is perfect. I have these tiny little clips. I think everybody has them. And I'm going to use that to hold that in place. But I was thinking, I have some of my Dollar Tree steampunk stuff sitting here. I've got this nifty little key. And I also have some stickers left. These are the hot air balloons that I used. But I also have that set, and I just love that set. I think that's really pretty. So I think I'm going to attach this little guy so that he kind of hangs off here. And it's a great opportunity, as always. I think I'm going to hang it on this side, actually, to use, those are too bright, more metal. So we're going to put some more metal on here. Oh, forgot about those. Those would actually be kind of cool if I have one in a dark color. I do. That's an accident. No, that's way too big. What was I thinking? Okay. Let's pop this in here. I haven't had to have fake nails for probably, I don't know, 15 years, but I have a new job, and my job, I keep breaking my nails off. So I thought, well, I'm going to go get some fake nails to protect my nails while they grow up back out. I cannot craft with them. So, in case you're wondering why all the fumbliness, yeah, I can't craft with them. I'm doing my best. Okay, so I have these cool little gears. We're going to use some of those, I think. Yeah, I think so. That'll be nice. I want to hang this key, but I'm thinking, do I need a little bit of black on it? So I'm going to darken that up a little bit. Okay. Done with that. We'll get rid of all that stuff. I have these gears, and these stickers are just fantastic. Love these stickers. And I'm thinking, why not use this big old clock right there? Oh, there you go. We'll put that right there. It is nice and sticky, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on it. Don't have my glue open enough, so let's do that. Actually, I think I might place it like this. Yeah, like that. That's a nice little aesthetic. I'm using my Fabri-Tac. I assume that that's going to hold it. If I find that it's just a little wonky, just not quite stable enough, then what I'll do is I'll come back in and hit it with E6000 instead, but this should hold it pretty good. And then this little guy here, I'm going to glue that up pretty good because he is actually going to go over top of them. So after getting all of this on there, this is by no means going to be a nice thin card that's going to slip into a pocket easily. This is going to be kind of a standalone, going to have to go into a bigger pocket, maybe even a fabric pocket. I think I want that little guy on there too. Yeah. Pop him on there. That way we've got the silver and the gold. They're all kind of working together. I like that. these little pre-dyed tags that I just kind of always have hanging around because I sop up my inks with it. And so I think I'm going to put him on there as well. And see if we can find a nice little phrase or something to put on it. Oh, I think I grabbed the wrong one. I definitely want to reinforce this little tag because he's so thin. So I'm going to pop a eyelet in there. Maybe I'm going to get it in there. Oh, I promise on the next video I'll be used to this. Let's just say I'll be used to it. All right, do like that, but I feel like it needs a little something. Oh, newbie no. Newbie no. What I'd really like to have on there is a little number. I think I'm going to do that instead. And poke a little hole for him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this, instead of using washi tape or something, I'm going to cover it with a gear. Why not? Why not? All right, I want to give that a second to set up. Let that glue dry a little bit. This glue should all be taking effect, so it's pretty good. Okay, one final little thing. This is my miscellaneous little box of metal. I have to go with this little bigger size here. What I do is I want to have this little thing here on a clip. And then we have our key and our tag. I'm going to pop them on a bulb pin. Oh, it would help if I did it the right way. Hold on 1 minute. Let me pop that through there. Phew, this is what happens when I spontaneously do a tag and I don't plan it out ahead of time, because normally I'm a control freak and I make one ahead of time to make sure this is going to work. Today I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Okay, get in there, little guy. Okay. Let's get rid of those. We don't need them. I think we're done with that. We don't need it. Good with the paper. My very special paper that is getting smaller and smaller. And I think, let's see if we can find a nice little sentiment. I like that. This one says, just at that moment. So let's inky it up a little bit. The oxide has a tendency to make the paper very dry. So I actually want to make sure that ordinarily I would not need glue on one of these because they have the sticky on them, and that sticky is usually more than enough. But in this case, with that oxide being so dry, it does make me a little nervous that normal sticker material is not going to hold it. Alrighty. One final thing that I did want to do, not necessary, it's not a do or die type of thing, but I have these cool old-fashioned typewriter stamps. And I've had them forever. I don't even know, I really don't think I've even used them before. But I thought that would be kind of cool on this little piece of paper. Let me make sure I have room here. I do. This one says thanks. I don't think I want it to say anything, so let me see if I have one without any words on it. Let me see here what I do with that. Oh, yeah, these ones don't say anything. So I think I'm going to use that. Put this little guy away. Oh, okay, lost it. I lost it. Yeah, that's kind of nice. So I'm going to use my black ink on that. Like I said, I've never used these. I don't even know what they look like. I may have to cut a new piece of paper. Who knows? All right, let's pop this on there. I don't know. I don't know if you can tell that it's a typewriter. I'm going to leave it. I'm putting it in there. Pop that in there. And that is our Tuesday tag. Sorry for all the interruptions and the craziness and also the fingernails getting in the way. I love our little tag within a tag for our Tag Along Tuesdays. So everybody have a great week. Enjoy the beautiful weather that is finally upon us. And I will see you next week.